2025 is shaping up to be a phenomenal year for gaming, with so many massive titles set to be released this year. Already some very big titles such as Monster Hunter Wilds, as well as Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 already making a big splash in the earlier stage of this year. My name is Spiro, and today let's take a look at the top 10 picks for the biggest games you should be looking forward to coming out in 2025. Kicking off our list at our number 10 spot is Light No Fire, the next ambitious project from the studio that brought to you No Man's Sky. This time around, they're looking to take their signature infinite exploration concept and they're going to try bring it down to Earth literally, as the world is going to be a single Earth-sized planet rather than an infinite galactic exploration option. Light No Fire aims to redefine survival RPGs, as there's going to be no loading screens, no limits, just one seamless procedurally generated planet where players can explore, build, and craft their own adventures at their own pace. The game is going to be blending survival aspects with crafting and multiplayer exploration, letting you forge your own story. And unlike No Man's Sky, Light No Fire is going to offer deep player-driven quests and emergent gameplay. Whether you're sailing vast oceans, climbing mountains, or building a settlement, the world is yours to shape. If Hello Games delivers on its promises, Light No Fire could be the next evolution of open world exploration games, giving players limitless fantasy playground like never before. Moving on to number 9, we're going to be having Dying Light the Beast. With Techland's bold new take on the zombie parkour formula, this one isn't just another sequel, it's a darker, more brutal evolution from the franchise. Set in a new unforgiving city, The Beast introduces a fresh protagonist and a world where the infected are faster, smarter, and deadlier than ever. This time survival isn't just about running, it's also about becoming the hunter, and while parkour remains at the core, combat is more visceral with new brutal finishes, enhanced melee physics, and environmental takedowns, with the biggest twist being the rage-fueled transformation mode, which will let you tap into beast-like abilities to overpower your enemies. With a darker tone, more intense combat, and a world that feels more alive and more terrifying than ever, Dying Light the Beast looks to push the franchise into bold new territory. At number 8, we have Dune Awakening, an open-world survival MMO set in the universe of Dune. If you've ever wanted to carve your own path in Arrakis, this is your chance. You play as a survivor on the deadly desert planet, navigating a world shaped by factions, political intrigue, and the constant threat of sandworms. Whether you align yourself with the Spice Guild, the Freemen, or House Harkonnen, your choices will be shaping your fate. Dune Awakening will be blending both MMO elements with survival gameplay, meaning you'll need to manage resources, craft weapons, and battle both players and AI enemies. The vast open world is dynamic, with shifting sandstorms and ever-changing territories, making exploration as risky as it will be rewarding. And with its rich lore, massive world, and deep player-driven systems, Dune Awakening may be shaping up to be the ultimate sci-fi experience for players that enjoy both MMOs as well as the Dune universe.
Of violence. Your choice of weapons and abilities determines your strategy.
Moving on to number 7, we have Hell Is Us, a mysterious and atmospheric action-adventure game from Rogue Factor, and it has been described as a half Souls-like, half open-world survival, which looks absolutely haunting. Set in the war-torn country overrun by supernatural creatures, you play as a lone warrior trying to uncover the truth behind a deadly plague, and armed with high-tech sword and drone companion, you must navigate a world filled with hostile spirits and eerie abandoned ruins. Combat is brutal and methodical, requiring precise dodges and well-timed strikes. There's no quest markers or hand-holding, meaning exploration is all about intuition and discovery. It's an immersive player-driven experience, and where every decision can lead to unexpected consequences. With its striking art direction, deep combat, and eerie narrative-driven world, Hell Is Us is shaping up to be one of the most unique and unsettling action-adventure games of this year. At number 6 comes in Mafia Old Country, the long-awaited prequel to the Mafia series, taking us back to where it all begins, the rise of organized crime in the early 1900s Sicily. And unlike past entries set in American cities, Old Country puts you in the shoes of a young enforcer for a rising Sicilian crime family. From a small-time smuggling to full-scale turf wars, you'll experience the brutal, honor-driven world of the early Mafia. The game blends stealth, gunplay, and classic Mafia-style car chases, all with a gorgeous, historically accurate Sicily. Expect dynamic choices that affect family alliances, betrayals, and your ultimate fate. With its rich period-setting, gripping crime story and cinematic world, Mafia Old Country could be the most immersive entry in the series yet, and a must-play for fans of crime dramas.
Welcome, Enzo.
Coming in at number 5, we have Clair Obscur Expedition 33, an ambitious turn-based RPG and the very first game of Sandfall Interactive. It's always exciting to see a new studio enter the scene, but what's even more impressive is just how well polished and unique this debut title is. The game's story revolves around a mysterious figure known as the Paintress, a seemingly all-powerful being who writes numbers in the sky every year, an ominous countdown that determines which people will be erased from existence, and if your number is up, your entire life is painted out of history. You and your party are among the few who dare stand against her, embarking on a journey to break this terrifying cycle before it's too late. For a debut title, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is already proving to be something special, with a stellar voice acting cast, as well as its fusion of deep storytelling, turn-based strategy, as well as real-time mechanics, making for an unforgettable experience. And with its striking visuals and unique combat and a mysterious narrative, this is one RPG that you do not want to be missing out on.
Those who will come after. Right.
Moving on to number 4, we have Death Stranding 2, the highly anticipated sequel to Hideo Kojima's genre-defining 2019 hit. And if you thought the first game was a wild ride, this sequel looks to be even more ambitious, blending deep narrative storytelling and innovative gameplay mechanics in a way that only Kojima can. Once again, we step into the boots of Sam Porter-Bridges, played by Norman Reedus, and after the events of the first game, Sam faces a new journey, this time across uncharted lands with fresh dangers lurking around every corner. The world is still haunted by the mysteries of the BTs and the remnants of the old world, but with new factions and unseen threats emerging. And of course, Kojima being Kojima, the trailers have teased cryptic imagery from massive mech-like structures to eerie floating entities, leaving fans speculating about what it all means. While the original Death Stranding was often described as a walking simulator, its sequel appears to be expanding beyond that. Love it or hate it, Death Stranding was one of the most unique gaming experiences of the past decade, and its sequel looks to be doubling down on everything that made it special. With Kojima promising a deeper, more emotional story and expanded gameplay mechanics, Death Stranding 2 is shaping up to be another unforgettable journey, and one that no doubt will leave players questioning the meaning of life, death, and everything in between.
Don't forget.
Taking the number 3 spot on our list is going to be Crimson Desert, the long-awaited open-world action RPG from Pearl Abyss. The developers behind Black Desert Online, which was originally planned as an MMORPG, Crimson Desert has evolved into a fully-fledged single-player experience with online elements. Set in the vast and war-torn continent of Pyval, you play as Macduff, a mercenary struggling to survive in a brutal medieval fantasy world, and unlike traditional RPG heroes, Macduff isn't some chosen one. He's a battle-hardened warrior dealing with political intrigue, shifting alliances, and the constant threat of war. One of the most exciting aspects of the world itself is it's a massive living sandbox where nearly everything is interactive. You can climb buildings, hunt wildlife, take on mercenary contacts, or even engage in large-scale battles. Crimson Desert has jaw-droppingly beautiful landscapes, towns, and character models that are packed with details, making the world feel truly alive. What makes Crimson Desert so exciting, of course, is its combination of deep storytelling, intense combat, and incredibly immersive world. If Pearl Abyss lives up to its promises, Crimson Desert could easily become one of the biggest RPGs of the recent decade. Coming in at number 2 and the runner-up on the list is going to be Ghost of Yotei, which is going to be the successor of 2020's Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Yotei will be taking place in 1603 Japan, so it's a little bit a while after the events of the first game. Ghost of Yotei is also going to be following the story of Atsu, a lone ronin navigating the perilous lands near Mount Yotei in Japan's Edo period. Expect masterfully crafted swordplay, breathtaking environments, and a deep emotional story about honor, revenge, and survival. With its stunning world and dynamic combat, Ghost of Yotei is shaping up to be a must-play for any samurai fan and anyone that owns a PlayStation 5 console. Will you uphold the code of warrior or forge your own path? The art direction leans heavily into traditional Japanese aesthetic with hand-painted textures that make the world feel like a moving work of art. Ghost of Yotei combines precise skill-based sword combat with fluid movement and stealth mechanics. Every fight feels like a deadly dance where timing your parries and strikes can mean the difference between life and death. And if you're a fan of Ghost of Tsushima or Sekiro, this is one game you won't want to miss. And of course, taking the number 1 spot, is there any surprises here? I don't think there is. It's Grand Theft Auto 6. But Rockstar is finally delivering what might be the most ambitious open world game ever made, with a budget of almost $2 billion. And after more than a decade since Grand Theft Auto 5's release, Grand Theft Auto 6 follows the story of Lucia, the series' first female protagonist and her partner in crime. And while Rockstar has kept many details under wraps, the trailers have teased everything from high-stake heists to intense police chases. Rockstar is pursuing the limits of open-world gameplay with Grand Theft Auto 6, and the world is said to be the most dynamic in the series, with NPCs reacting in real time to your actions, and the AI is smarter, the physics are more realistic, and every decision you make can change how the world responds to you. And let's not forget the massive map. Vice City isn't just a single city, but a part of a larger region that includes rural towns, dense swamps, and bustling highways, making the world feel bigger and more alive than ever before. From rain-soaked streets reflecting neon lights in the chaotic energy of Vice City's beaches, every frame looks like a work of art. Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't just another entry in the series, it's a cultural event. Rockstar setting a new benchmark for open world games. This could easily be one of the most groundbreaking games, not only of the decade, but of all time. And that's my list for top 10 upcoming games of 2025. This year looks like it's going to be jam-packed with huge releases, from deep open world RPGs to action-adventure games. So let me know in the comment section below, which are you most excited for? And let me know if there's any others that I didn't mention that you're also excited for. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more gaming content. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys again next time. Take care and bye-bye.